Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Amdan Abdullah. Here I want to explain the result of our discussion, multiple intelligence. Group 5. What is the multiple intelligence theory? The multiple intelligence theory throws away the idea that intelligence is one sort of general ability and argues that there are actually types of intelligence. One is not more important than the other, but some may have people succeed at different things. For example, a person with high musical intelligence and low visual spatial intelligence may succeed in music class but may struggle in art class. Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence. Howard Gardner of Harvard University first came up with the theory of multiple intelligence in 1983. Gardner argues that there are eight types of intelligence, far more than the standard IQ test account for. He goes on to say that there's multiple intelligence challenge at educational system that assume that everyone can learn the same material in the same way and that's a universal measure suffices to test student learning. Gardner argues that schools and teachers should teach in a way that supports all types of intelligence, not just the traditional ones such as linguistic and logical intelligence.
The aspect of intelligence. First, linguistic intelligence or word smart. Two, logical mathematical intelligence or number or reasoning smart. Three, visual spatial intelligence or picture smart. Four, bodily kinesthetic intelligence or body smart. Five, musical intelligence or music smart. Six, interpersonal intelligence or people smart. Seven, interpersonal intelligence or self smart. 8. Naturalist intelligence or nature smart. Linguistic intelligence, also called verbal linguistic intelligence, is about knowledge of language use, production, and possibilities. Those with the type of intelligence have the ability to use language to express themselves and assign meaning by way of poetry, humor, stories, and metaphors. It is common for comedian, public speaker, and writer to be high in linguistic intelligence. Technique for linguistic intelligence is following set activities and technique for student and group with high linguistic intelligence to use creative writing activities such as poetry or writing. Then set up class debate and then allow for formal speaking opportunities. Then use humor such as joke writing or telling. Last, make sure there are variety of writing opportunities. Learning with linguistic intelligence. Learn you best by writing, practicing speaker, writing jokes, and reading.
Logical mathematical intelligence is commonly thought of as scientific thinking or the ability to reason, work with abstract symbols, recognize patterns, and see connections between separate pieces of information. It makes it possible to go through the scientific process of calculating, quantifying, hypothesizing, and concluding. This type of intelligence is high in scientists, mathematicians, computer programmers, lawyers, and accountants. Teaching for logical mathematical intelligence use the following activities and techniques for students and groups with high logical mathematical intelligence. First, provide opportunities for problem solving. Second, involve calculations. Third, create activities that involve deciphering a code. Fourth, use pattern or logic games. Fifth, organize new information in an outline format. Learning with logical mathematical intelligence. Learn your best by creating information outlines with points and making patterns of the information. And third, visual spatial intelligence. Rule of visual art on easels. Visual spatial intelligence is all about the visual arts, graphics, and architecture. This type of intelligence allows people to visualize objects from different perspectives and in different ways. Use objects within space from mental image and thinking three dimensions. People high in visual spatial intelligence include painters, architects, graphic designers, pilots, and sailors. Teaching for visual spatial intelligence. First, use the following activities and techniques for students and groups with high visual spatial intelligence. Use mind mapping techniques, use guided visualization or verbal imagery, provide opportunities for artistic expression using a variety of mediums, example paint, clay, etc. Allow for make-believe or fantasy, create collages for visual representation. Learning with visual spatial intelligence, learn your best by creating something visual using speech, such as a collage, art piece, or written map of the information.
I will continue the presentation about multiple intelligence. So it is about bodily kinesthetic intelligence, studying using the body to express oneself. Bodily kinesthetic intelligence is the ability to use the body to express emotions, play games, or create new products. It is commonly referred to as learning by doing. This type of intelligence enables people to manipulate objects and the body. High bodily kinesthetic intelligence is common in dancers, athletes, surgeons, and artisans. And teaching for bodily kinesthetic intelligence is use these following activities and techniques for student and group with highly bodily kinesthetic intelligence. First, use body sculpture or use of role-playing, miming, or charade game. Allow for physical exercise, dance, or martial arts. Create opportunities for dramatic arts such as skits. Use human craft. And learning with bodily kinesthetic intelligence is to learn at your best. Try creating a movement routine or role play to learn a concept or remember information. And the next intelligence is musical intelligence. Musical intelligence is all about music. Individuals with high musical intelligence have a greater knowledge and sensitivity to tone, rhythm, pitch, and melody. But this type of intelligence isn't just about music, it's also about sensitivity to human voice, audio pattern, and sound in the environment. Composers, musicians, conductors, and sound directors all have high musical intelligence. And teaching for musical intelligence, so use the following activities and techniques for student and group with high musical intelligence. Use instrument and instrument sound. And second is use environmental sound to illustrate a concept. Allow for musical composition and performance. And then last one is allow student to create song about a topic. Learning with musical intelligence, to learn best with your musical intelligence, try making a song with content you need to know.
Interpersonal intelligence. Interpersonal intelligence is all about working with others and communicating effectively with others both verbally and non-verbally. It involves the ability to notice distinction in others' moods, temperament, intention, and motivation. High interpersonal interaction is often found in teacher, counselor, politician, and religious leader. Teaching for interpersonal interaction. Use the following activities and techniques for student and group with high interpersonal interaction. 1. Teach collaborative skills. 2. Provide plenty of group work opportunities. 3. Use person-to-person communication. And 4. Use empathy. Learning with interpersonal intelligence. To learn best with high interpersonal intelligence, try doing most of your work in a group with another person. Try to put yourself in the shoes of people or situation you learning about. Intrapersonal intelligence. Female with high interpersonal intelligence journaling on a 3 step. Interpersonal intelligence involves knowledge of the self in ways such as feeling or a rank of emotional response and intuition about spirituality. This type of intelligence allows people to be conscious of the unconscious and to discover higher pattern of connection between a thing in our world. Psychologists, philosophers, and theologians have high interpersonal intelligence. Teaching in for interpersonal intelligence. Use the following activities and techniques for student and group with high interpersonal intelligence. 1. Practice meditation. 2. Allow for plenty of self-reflection. 3. Use mindfulness. 4. Practice reaching alternate state of consciousness. Learning with intrapersonal intelligence. To learn best with intrapersonal intelligence, try using mindful walk, meditation, and metacognition.
Naturalist intelligence. University of the People student looking at naturalist drawing in a notebook. Naturalist intelligence is about discerning, comprehending, and appreciating plants, animals, the atmosphere, and the earth. It involves knowing how to care for animals, live off the land, classify species, and understand systems in nature. High naturalist intelligence is seen in farmers, zookeepers, botanists, nature guides, veterinarians, cooks, and landscapes or gardeners. Teaching for naturalist intelligence. Use the following activities and techniques for students and group with high naturalist intelligence. 1. Practice conservation. 2. Have a classroom plan or animals to care of. 3. Observe nature. Go on nature walks. 4. Use species classification. 5. Provide hands-on labs of natural materials. Learning with naturalist intelligence is to learn at your best, do your learning outdoors, work with natural materials or animals as much as possible to work through concept. Educational benefits of applying multiple intelligence theory. The benefits of this theory are many, and they can be applied across all ages and in all subjects. Students who are given ways to learn and perform at their best are more likely to enjoy school and are more likely to succeed academically. Planning with intelligence. Variation approach. When students are first made aware of the types of intelligence, they must complete activities of all types to better select their intelligence type. Choice approach. Students can be given the option to complete some activities of a long list of activities suited for different types of intelligence. Breadth approach. If most of all of the students in a classroom or group are high in the same type of intelligence, activity or classroom layout can be focused on that one type. What multiple intelligence theory can teach us? Additional research might be needed in order to understand the best possible method to assess and support a range of intelligence in the classroom. For now, the theory has already taught students, teachers, parents, and administrators to broaden their definition of intelligence and to include all types in the equation. Multiple intelligence type.
and that's verbal linguistic, like in class activities like books, stories, outdoor visits, poetry, speeches. From demonstrating understanding is like story writing, script writing, poetry, and storytelling. From mathematical logical in class activities is exercise, drills, problem solving. On demonstrating understanding is counting, calculating, theorizing, and computer programming. From musical in class activities is music listening, concert attendance. On demonstrating understanding is performing, signing, dancing, and composing. From visual spatial is in class activities is poster, artwork, slides, displays, and museum visits. On demonstrating understanding is drawing, painting, illustrating, graphic design, collage, posters, and photography. From bodily kinesthetic is movies, videos, exercise, and writing exercise. And then on recital, athletic performance and competition. From interpersonal, in class activities is teams, group work. On demonstrating understanding is plays, debate, panels, and group work. From intrapersonal is on school activities is reflection time and meditation. On understanding and demonstrating is on journal, memory, changing behaviors and habits. From naturalists in school activities is terrariums, aquariums, class pets, farm, zoo, and botanical garden visits and nature walk. On understanding demonstrating is collecting, classifying, caring for animals and plants. Thank you.